All right, we are back here on the live stream. We are at the half. Tarleton State leading West Georgia 24-0. Welcome back. My name is John on YouTube tonight, Sports Bonanza John, on Kick at Sports Kick John. If you do like my content I've done on here on YouTube, would really appreciate a like and subscribe from all of you. It would really help out a lot. 24-0 lead for Tarleton State. Let's run down some of the first half stats. Tarleton State, 246 yards of offense. West Georgia, just 91. First downs in the first half, Tarleton State had 15 of them. West Georgia had 7. Tarleton State, 5 for 6 on third down conversions in the first half. West Georgia, 3 for 8. Time of possession advantage for West Georgia, 17.5 minutes compared to Tarleton State's 12.5. 2 first half turnovers for the Wolves, 1 for the Texans. Texans had 3 sacks in the first half. The Wolves had 2. Passing in the first half, Widner for West Georgia, just 4 for 9 in the air for 41 yards and 1 interception for Davin Widener. Rushing the football, T.J. Lester leading rusher, 7 carries, 36 yards. Morrell rushed it 9 times for 20 yards. Receiving the football, 4 different receivers caught the 4 passes. Daniel, Deese, Buchanan, and Morrell, all with 1 catch apiece. For Tarleton State, individual numbers in that first half. Quarterback Victor Gabalis, 12 of 20 passing in the first half, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Running the football, leading rusher in the first half for Tarleton State was James Page, as he rushed it 10 times for 33 yards. Trey Page II rushed it 4 times for 22 yards. Receiving the football for Tarleton State, leading receiver in that first half was Cody Jackson. He caught 4 catches for 78 yards, 1 touchdown. Other receiving touchdown in that first half was by Marquise Willis. He caught 3 carries. He had 3 catches for 39 yards and the other receiving touchdown. Also in that first half, receiving the football for Tarleton State, Peyton Kramer caught 3 passes for 32 yards, a catch apiece for Parker and West. Again, 246 yards of offense in the first half for Tarleton State compared to West Georgia's 91. It's been a pretty dominant first half for the Tarleton State Texans, the number 3 team in FCS, and they lead it at the half, 24-0 over West Georgia. Let's run down the scoreboard in the FCS football, at least amongst the top schools here. Get as many as we can in before the start of the second half. Number 1, North Dakota State struggled in the first half against Indiana State, but then there was a weather delay and North Dakota State just turned it on in the second half. North Dakota State ended up with a 38-7 win over Indiana State. That moves North Dakota State to 7-0 on the year. Number 2, South Dakota State. No problems with Murray State, 35-14. South Dakota State moves to 7-0 on the season. Oh, incidentally, number 1, North Dakota State, number 2, South Dakota State, they meet next week. If it wasn't for Game 2 of the World Series being next Saturday night, which I'm going to do on my live stream, I would definitely be doing that game on the live stream next week. Number 3 here, Tarleton State, leading at the half, 24-0. Number 4, Montana. They picked up a 43-21 victory today over Sacred Heart. Number 5, Montana State. Number 6, UC Davis. And number 7, Lehigh. They were all idle this week. By the way, that Montana win also moved them to 7-0 on the season. Number 8, Tennessee Tech. They get another win, 52-28 over Lindenwood. Tennessee Tech moves to 7-0. Number 9, North Dakota gets a 38-19 win at Southern Illinois. That improves North Dakota to 5-2 on the season. Number 10, Illinois State falls at home to Youngstown State 40-35. That drops the Redbirds to 3-3. Run down the rest of the scoreboard coming up here in a little bit, but we get ready to start the second half. Tarleton State will kick off. West Georgia is going to get the football to start the second half. West Georgia going to have to find some offense somewhere to try to get back in this football game. It's a squib kick. And that's a live football. And I believe Tarleton State has fallen on it, and they have. They caught West Georgia off guard with a squib kick to open the second half. West Georgia was not prepared. Tarleton State dashed down the field and recover the kick, and they are down at the 32-33 yard line of West Georgia. Wow. West Georgia absolutely, totally caught off guard on that squib kick. The ball is spotted at the 33 yard line. And it'll be a handoff on first down, and this is going to be a loss of a yard on this first down run for Trey Page III. Brings up second down and 11 for Tarleton State. Just underway, second half. Second and 11. Football at the West Georgia 34. A squib kick kickoff recovery to open the second half for Tarleton State. And this is going to be a sack on second down, the third sack of the game for West Georgia. Robert Johnson, the defensive lineman, with a sack. And it's going to bring up third down and long for the Texans. Third down and 16. Third down. Back at the 38 yard line. Call it third and 15. Gambales in trouble. Gambales is going to be sacked again. 2 consecutive sacks for the West Georgia defense. And Tarleton State with an squib kick recovery to open the second half, but they go backwards on the drive and are going to have to punt the football. So the West Georgia defense steps up when needed. Flag on the play as this punt is made, and it's down at the 7 yard line. We'll see what this flag's about. It was either some kind of illegal motion or something, I believe. And the official's still discussing this play. It's offsides against West Georgia. Tarleton State will decline that as they down the football inside the 10 yard line. So West Georgia will be backed up inside their 10 for their first possession of half number 2, as they will have to start this drive at their own 7-yard line. So back comes Davin Widener and the West Georgia offense, starting this drive at their own 7, down 24-0, 12:41 to go in the third quarter. This is the second time in this game the officials have been very, very slow spotting the football. There's still some kind of discussion going on here. And I have no idea what the discussion is here. Some kind of confusion going on here as the officials are huddled up and still discussing. For obvious reasons, when I do the live streams, I have the volume down on the TV, so they're probably mentioning, but obviously with the sound down, for obvious reasons, I have to keep the sound down while doing the live stream. Place was packed for homecoming. Few empty seats coming out of halftime here. So whatever the discussion was, it finally appears to be over. And we're going to get back to playing some football. First down at the 7-yard line for West Georgia. Widener out of the gun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. The pass is complete up to the 16-yard line. That'll be good for a gain of 8. Possibly up to 9 on first down. Second catch of the game for wide receiver Jordan Dees. 2nd and 1. And it'll be a handoff, and this will be a first down for West Georgia and a gain of 2. And that will move the sticks. Latrell Morrell gives the Wolves a first down at the 18. Widener back in the shotgun. Man in motion is Dees, and here's a handoff and a big hole up the middle. And up across the 30 to the 32. Morrell had running room, 15 yards. Looked like he could have gotten more, but a leg tackle to stop an even bigger run for Morrell. Moves the ball up to the 32-yard line. First down for West Georgia. Morrell again in the backfield with Widener. And Widener this time throws a screen pass left side, and that's going backwards, back to the 30-yard line. A loss of 2 on first down. We'll bring up 2nd down and 12. Screen pass there went to number 88, Devian Newsom. -2, second down and 12. Widener, this is back to a handoff to Morrell, and Morrell will get back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll set up a 3rd and long for West Georgia. Third down and about 9.5. Football sitting just shy of the 33. Widener takes the snap. Widener looking. Widener still looking. Now will take it himself. He's going to have a first down and a lot more. 40, 45, 50, and out of bounds into Tarleton State territory. There was nothing downfield, but Widener saw he had quite a hole and took advantage of it with his feet and gets West Georgia a first down into Tarleton State territory. "22 yards on that run for Widener. First down at the 45 of the Texans. Widener throws. That's going to be incomplete. Looked like the receiver slipped. Second down and 10. I think the receiver got bit by the turf monster right there. Looked like TJ Lockley. That was the intended receiver that slipped on the turf. Second and 10. Handoff. This is Morrell again, and he will get a minimal gain of maybe 2. Third down coming up for West Georgia. Again, West Georgia, just their second year in FCS. They've been ranked a lot this season, just their second year. They're the first team out of the top 25 in this week's Stats Perform poll. Third down and about 8. Widener takes the shotgun snap. He'll take it himself. He's got another big hole, another first down for Widener down to the 30-yard line. That's the second time the Tarleton State defense left a hole for the quarterback Widener, and he takes advantage of it. Gain of 13, first down at the 30. Nearing the 8-minute mark, third quarter. Widener takes the snap. Widener is sacked for the 4th time. Back at the 35-yard line. Loss of 5. Believe that was Yasir Holmes getting the sack of Widener. Second down and 15. Football at the 35. And here's a handoff on second down. This is going nowhere. Maybe a yard for Morrell, and that's it. It'll be third down and long for West Georgia. Morrell throws the ball back to be spotted. You can start to see some frustration on Morrell. It's up to 41 yards on 14 carries. Third and 14. Football sitting at the 34 of Tarleton State. Widener takes the shotgun snap. Widener looking. Widener pressured. Widener rolling right. Widener throws downfield. Incomplete. A diving attempt down there but unable to come down with it on the diving attempt was the wide receiver, Devian Newsom. And it'll be a long field goal try. This will be from 52 yards to try to get West Georgia on the board. Snap is good. Kick is away, and the kick from 53 yards is good. And West Georgia is on the board with 6:24 to go in the third quarter. Officially 52 yards from Simon Zadon, and it gets West Georgia on the board. 24-3, Tarleton State, 6:24 to go in the third. That was a 13-play, 59-yard drive. Took 6 minutes and 17 seconds. And the Simon Zadon 52-yard field goal gets the Wolves on the board and makes it 24-3. So you know West Georgia was wanting more, but they do get points out of it. And now we will see that Tarleton State offense go back out onto the field. It has been a day of upsets in college football, especially at the FCS level, or at the FBS level, rather. And we may have another one tonight. Number 18, Virginia, trailing at home to Washington State, 20-10, late in the third quarter. Number 6, Alabama, leading number 11, Tennessee, 16-7. That game's at the 2-minute timeout in the first half. Notre Dame and USC locked in a good one, 14-13. That game approaching halftime. The Holy War, Utah and BYU, top 25 matchup. BYU up 7-0 second quarter. If you count number 2, Miami's loss last night, we also had number 5, Ole Miss get beat, number 7, Texas Tech, and number 10, LSU. All in the top 10 losing. Number 4, Texas A&M did pull that out over Arkansas. So Texas A&M will not be the 5th top 10 team to lose this weekend. So your top 5 tomorrow in the AP poll at the FBS level should be Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M. I don't know. Does number 6 Tennessee's losing? So would Georgia move up to 4? Then would Alabama go to 5? Guess we'll find out if that Tennessee-Alabama score holds. So here's the kickoff. An onside attempt here for West Georgia, but Tarleton State has the hands team out there. They were expecting that. And they will start this at the 50-yard line. Number 37, the defensive back, Hagen Stevenson, was absolutely dashing to the sideline with that football. He couldn't be more ecstatic that he recovered that onside kick. So Tarleton State's going to get the ball back here, up 24-3 after an attempted onside from West Georgia. Tarleton State recovered a squib kick kickoff to open this second half. They did nothing with it, though. They went backwards on the drive. And now they will start this next drive at the 50. Trying to have a little bit of a better offensive series this time than their first drive of the half. Update on scores from the FCS. Scores from the top 25 teams. Number 11, Monmouth. They defeated Stony Brook 49-21. That moves Monmouth to 6-1 on the season. Mentioned number 12, Southern Illinois, falling at home today as they fell to number 9, North Dakota. Number 13, Abilene Christian, a conference foe of Tarleton State. They're at Southern Utah, and that game is tied at 7 after the first quarter. Number 14, Jackson State. They had the week off this week. Number 15, Villanova, all over Hampton today, 56-14. Villanova now 5-2. So Tarleton State will start this next drive at the 50-yard line. They're showing a replay of Stevenson coming up with that onside kick and just dash into the sideline with the football like he was running a 40-yard dash. First down for the Texans with 6:24 remaining in quarter number 3. They'll start this drive at midfield after a failed onside kick attempt from West Georgia. Here's a handoff to Page the third, and Page the third will pick up about 5 on first down into West Georgia territory to the 45-yard line. Six minutes and counting remaining in quarter number 3. 2nd and 5, football at the 45. And here's another handoff. This is Page the third again, and Page will have a first down inside the 40 up to the 39-yard line. So back-to-back carries for Trey Page the third gets Tarleton State a first down. Page the third in the backfield once again with Gabalis on this 1st and 10, and he will get it again. A big hole up the middle. There goes Page. 30, 20, 10. Page dives. Touchdown, Texans. Trey Page the third, a 39-yard touchdown run, and the Texans are busting this thing open here in the third quarter. It's 30-3 with the extra point pending. So it was all Trey Page the third on the 3 plays on that drive. Extra point attempt from Brad Larson coming. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 31-3, Tarleton State over West Georgia. 5:15 remaining in quarter number 3, and the number 3 Texans of Tarleton State are on their way to 8-0 on the season. 3-play, 50-yard drive that took 1:09. Trey Page the third, 39-yard touchdown run. That gives him 72 yards rushing on the night. He only had 33 yards rushing total before that 39-yard run right there. Other top 25 scores from the FCS today. Number 16, Rhode Island, winning at Albany 58-17. That moves Rhode Island to 6-2 on the season. Number 17, Lamar ekes one out over Texas Rio Grande 23-21. That will move Lamar to 6-1. Harvard stays unbeaten. They beat Merrimack 31-7. Harvard now to 5-0. Number 19, Northern Arizona. They had a bye this week. Number 20, Mercer. They also had a bye this week. Number 22, South Dakota. Winning at Northern Iowa in a tight one, 17-14. That moves South Dakota to 5-3. So there's a few other scores. Top 25 scores from the FCS today. And in this one, it is all Tarleton State tonight, 31-3. They lead West Georgia with 5:15 to go in the third quarter. And Tarleton State just about to kick this away to West Georgia. And another squib kick. They're not going to recover it this time. West Georgia's right there and down at the 33-yard line. And West Georgia will start this next drive from the 33. FBS scores, Utah has tied up BYU in the Holy War, 7-7 there in Provo, second quarter. Well, how about Oregon? 1 week after losing at home to Indiana, they go on the road all across the country to Rutgers, and they have hung 56 on Rutgers, and that game is still in the third quarter. First down here. Widener looking downfield, now will run it and will run out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Widener picks up 6 on first down. Second and 4. Football at the 39-yard line. Widener in this game has now rushed for 37 yards. Widener takes the snap, and it's a direct pass. And this is going to be a first down for West Georgia, I think. He's right at the marker. It's a little shovel pass to Owen Dupree, getting his first touch of the night. And they do give West Georgia a first down. First down as we're down to 4 minutes in the third. Widener takes the snap. Widener is going to be sacked. Ball's out. It is Tarleton State football. Fourth turnover of the night for West Georgia. Third lost fumble. Widener had it stripped. I didn't see who that was that stripped it or picked it up for Tarleton State. But nonetheless, the defense for Tarleton gets their fourth turnover of the night. And with 3:51 to go in the third quarter, a chance to put some more points on the board. They will start just outside the 43-yard line of West Georgia. Direct snap, and now an end around, and inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. James Page with the 9-yard pickup. Victor Gabalis, the quarterback, back in the game. Down to 3 minutes in the third quarter. At the 31-yard line of West Georgia. And here's Page again, and he will pick up a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Second and 8 from the 29. Now a fake run this time. And now a quarterback keeper flag down. And we'll check the flag as Gabalis gets tackled down right at the line of scrimmage. And we will check this flag with 2:17 left in the third quarter. It's going to be a hold. It's coming back. West Georgia will take the penalty and move Tarleton State back. So 2nd and 19. Back at the 40. Gabalis fakes the handoff, now rolling to his right. And will throw it and incomplete to the sideline. Third down. Gabalis tonight now 12 for 21 passing the football. 3rd and 19 here. Third down, Gabalis will be sacked. That's the 5th sack of the night for West Georgia. That is one bright spot they can take from the night. It's Courtney Kelly, the defensive lineman, getting the sack there for West Georgia, and Tarleton State's going to have to punt. So Tarleton State on to punt the football. Again, they are slow to set the football. And there seems to be more confusion. I am not a person, I have never been a person that criticizes officiating. I could not go out there and do that. But these guys don't seem to be on the same page here. You got to get this worked out. Here's the punt. And it will be downed right at the 10-yard line with 31 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And West Georgia will start this next drive from there. Update to my live stream. Well, actually, I was going to give an update on my upcoming live streams. I'll do that at the quarter break because they're taking the field right away here. So West Georgia will start this next drive at the 10. 31 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Widener fakes the handoff and will throw to a wide open receiver that way, but overshoots him, incomplete. Looked like the defender fell down over there for Tarleton State. And Widener had Newsom wide open over there on the side, but he overshot him as the ball went over to the sideline. 2nd and 10 at the 10. And here's a handoff on 2nd and 10, and that's going to be for a loss. West Georgia hasn't had much offense to speak of, except for that one drive that produced the field goal earlier this quarter. And that play will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 in the books on a homecoming Saturday at Tarleton State University. It is all Texans, 31-3 over West Georgia after 3. 15 minutes separate Tarleton State from 8-0 on the season. As we take a look at the stats through 3 quarters here, Tarleton State now at 291 yards of offense. West Georgia sitting at 160. But a lot of those came on that drive that produced the field goal there in the third quarter. 18 first downs for Tarleton State, 12 for West Georgia. 4 turnovers on the night for the Wolves. However, with that said, Tarleton State's only managed to capitalize on one of those. Just off one of those turnovers, they got points. Tarleton State's turned it over once. Quarterback tonight for West Georgia, Davin Widener, just 7 of 15 for 52 yards. West Georgia's been decent on the ground. Latrell Morrell's rushed it 14 times for 41 yards. Widener, the quarterback, has 13 carries for 37 yards. TJ Lester's ran it 8 times for 36 yards. Leading receiver tonight, there's only one receiver that has more than 1 catch, and that's Dees. 2 catches for 24 yards, 1 catch apiece for Daniel Buchanan, Dupree, Morrell, and Newsom for West Georgia. Tarleton State, on the other hand, Victor Gabalis in the game, passing the football 12 for 21, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick. But TJ Page III has rushed it 8 times for 72 yards and a touchdown. James Page, 13 carries for 46 yards. Receiving the football, leading receiver tonight for Tarleton State. Leading receiver for Tarleton State is Jackson, Cody Jackson. He's caught 4 catches for 78 yards and a touchdown. Willis has the other receiving touchdown. Marquise Willis, 3 catches, 39 yards. Also 3 catches for Kramer for 32 yards, a catch apiece for Parker and West. It's been almost a 6-minute time of possession edge for West Georgia But this is a perfect example, time of possession, one of those very misleading stats in a football game. And we get ready to start the fourth quarter here in a 31-3 lead for Tarleton State. As I was saying earlier, going to be update on my live stream schedule on my YouTube and Kick pages. I will be on the live stream tomorrow night for Game 6 of the American League Championship Series, Mariners and Blue Jays. That series shifts back to Toronto, with the Mariners trying to wrap it up and go to the World Series for the first time in franchise history. First play, fourth quarter, Widener drops back and fires incomplete. And it'll be fourth down, and West Georgia will have to punt it once again. And on Monday on the live stream, if there is a Game 7 of the ALCS, I will be on my live stream, my pages for the live stream for that game. If there is not a Game 7 in the ALCS, I will have the Monday Night Football game between the Buccaneers and the Lions on my live stream. So that's the live streams coming up over the next 2 days on my YouTube and Kick channels. Here's the punt. Not a fair catch, excuse me. At the 45-yard line, Tarleton State will take over here on this next possession. This, I believe, will be at least the third series tonight that Tarleton State will start on the positive side of the field. And with a comfortable 31-3 lead, let's see if Coach Todd Whitten will give Caballas the rest of the night off. Or if he will let him get one more series in here. Upcoming for these two teams next week, West Georgia will return home. They will host Central Arkansas next week. Tarleton State will be on the road at Eastern Kentucky. As they will try to keep their undefeated season going. That regular season finale is looking very intriguing. Tarleton State and Austin Peay. That's looking like a very, very intriguing matchup right now. If you're looking toward the playoffs, the FCS playoffs, and you're looking for someone other than North Dakota State, who obviously is still going to have to be the favorite right now in the FCS, but if you're wanting someone else to go with, this Tarleton State team would probably be a pretty good bet. This is a very, very good football team. Again, remember, at the beginning of the season, they went into West Point and knocked off Army in double overtime. Caballas is back out there. This will probably be his final series of the night. From the 45-yard line of West Georgia. 1st and 10. It's a handoff to Page the third, and TJ Page tripped up at the 41. Gain of 4, bringing up 2nd down and 6. Good time now for Tarleton State to start working on the clock. This is Page again getting the carry. Page will have first down yardage inside the 35 to the 34-yard line, so give Page 7 more. And another Tarleton State first down. Have a shaken up West Georgia defender on the field, which will stop play momentarily. At the half, in the holy war game of Utah and BYU leading at 10-7. 14-13 at the half, Notre Dame leading USC. Alabama put another touchdown up on Tennessee before the half. That game's now 23-7 Alabama at intermission. Number 18, Virginia, making a comeback against Washington State. It's 20-17. Virginia looking to go to 6-1. Two anemic offenses tonight in the Texas-Kentucky game. After 3, Texas leads 10-3. Texas only 134 yards of offense in that game, and yet they lead 10-3. Penn State, their first game following the dismissal of James Franklin last Sunday. Penn State leads Iowa 21-16 after 3. Number 19, South Florida, 21-6, leading Florida Atlantic. You got to figure South Florida now might be the front runner for that group of 5 college football playoff berth. Although South Florida and Memphis do meet next week in Memphis. Memphis falling for the first time today to UAB. Got to wonder if Memphis was looking ahead to the South Florida game next week. But following the injury timeout, we're back underway here. And guess what? We have another stoppage for the ball not being spotted. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff. Page inside the 30 to the 28. So Page approaching the 100-yard rushing mark tonight now. And now Tarleton State using as much of the play clock as they can every play now. Gabalis out of shotgun. It's another handoff to Page, and Page is hit right at the line of scrimmage. They may give him a yard. Page wanting to get to that 100-yard rushing mark tonight. He's now at 89 with that carry. Football at the 29-yard line. And again, it's Page. Page right side. He'll get a first down and more inside the 15 to the 12, and that will get Page to the 100-yard rushing mark. However, there is a flag, and I think this is going to be coming back. Flag was thrown at the 23-yard line. That's definitely in the area of holding, and that's indeed what it is. So nullify the big gainer that would put Page over the 100-yard mark. And Page coming to the sideline on this play. And that will make it 3rd and 14 instead of a 1st and 10. The other Page coming into the game at running back, James Page, Paige. And this is James Page running out of bounds at the 31, not near a first down. You're at the 31-yard line. You're kind of in no man's land. It'd be a 48-yard field goal. Guess you could kick that to add to the lead or just keep the offense out. Game's really not in doubt at this point, so it's however you want to play it if you're Coach Todd Whitten and they're going to bring the field goal team on. Field goal attempt of 47 yards. Snap is good. Kick is away. And the kick is off the upright. No good. It clanked off the right upright and bounced off back into the field of play. So no good on the 47-yard field goal. As we had a clanker on that one. And it stays 31-3 Tarleton State. So following the missed field goal, West Georgia will take over with 12:06 to go. And they will start this drive at their own 30-yard line. So Tarleton State's going to go to 8-0. Their remaining schedule looks like this. As you might be getting to the stage where you're thinking of running the table. They travel to Eastern Kentucky next week. Eastern Kentucky is 3-3. Then I talked about the showdown regular season finale, Lost in P. Actually, in 2 weeks, Tarleton State has to go to Abilene Christian. Abilene Christian in this week's FCS poll is ranked 13th, and that's a rivalry game. I lived in Texas in middle school for about 2 years, and this was a rivalry back then in these two schools' Division II days. So the rivalry has continued with both teams moving up to FCS and Division I. So those rivalry games, you never know what'll happen. And then Tarleton State will have a bye and then return home to play North Alabama and Austin Peay in their final 2 games. So there's still a couple toughies in there yet for Tarleton State to try to run at 12-0. So here's West Georgia, a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line after the clanker of a missed field goal. Widener throws downfield and out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Evan Widener, the junior quarterback for West Georgia, transfer from Ole Miss. 2nd and 10. Widener throws and incomplete. That one was off the hands, little in front of the intended receiver, Dupree. It'll be 3rd and 10. Widener now just 7 of 18 for 52 yards passing. 3rd and 10 here from the 30. Widener takes the snap. Widener looking. Widener's pass caught over the middle. That's a 1st down into Tarleton State territory. On 3rd and 10, the reception for 23 yards to DK Daniel. Quick snap. Widener throws. That pass is caught. That's going to be another 1st down to the 31-yard line. First catch of the night for the tight end, Bryce Dickerson. 1st down at the 31. West Georgia going quickly. Widener throwing toward the end zone. High, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. There is a flag that came in. Dupree was the intended receiver there. We'll check the flag. And it's going to be interference, pass interference on Tarleton State. So that will move the football into the red zone. I believe this is West Georgia's first trip to the red zone tonight. 1st down at the 16. Widener takes the snap. Widener pressured. Widener fires. Touchdown, West Georgia. Widener pressured, but still found his receiver. That's Latrell Morrell. The reception, and West Georgia's in the end zone for the first time tonight with 11:06 to play. Extra point attempt on the way. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 11:06 to go, West Georgia finally gets into the end zone, and it makes it a 31-10 game. Scoring drive, 5 plays, 70 yards in exactly 1 minute. Widener to Morrell, 21-yard touchdown pass. And it's 31-10. So West Georgia, let's see if they try an onside kick here. And they kick it deep. And it'll be a touchback, and Tarleton State will get it at the 25. So first down at the 25-yard line. And throwing down the field. And this is going to be a 75-yard touchdown strike for Tarleton State. Gabalis finds the wide receiver, T.R. Young, for his first catch of the night. And it goes for 75 yards and a touchdown. So it took one play for Tarleton State to answer. Wow. Extra point up and good. And on one play following the West Georgia touchdown, Tarleton State answers with a 75-yard touchdown pass. Gabalis to T.R. Young. 38-10, Texans, 10:56 to go. Here's the kickoff. And it'll bounce. And West Georgia's going to have to fall on this. And they do at the 27. And that's where West Georgia will start this next drive. With 10:56 to go. First down, West Georgia from the 27. And this is going to be a sack back at the 20-yard line. Sack number 6 on the night for the Tarleton State defense. Second and 17. Widener on second and 17. Morrell in motion. And the pass is over to Morrell, and Morrell will run out of bounds near the original line of scrimmage at the 27-yard line, setting up third down and 10. Down to 10 minutes to play here in the fourth. Third downs tonight, West Georgia 6 for 13. Widener pressured again. Widener looking to get rid of it, throws it, and out of bounds, incomplete. Absolutely nothing downfield for Widener. And West Georgia will punt it with 9:35 to go. And here's the punt. And it will bounce out of bounds at the 29-yard line with 9:26 to go. So that's where this next drive will begin. For Tarleton State. Surprised to see Gabalis back in the game here. And it is not going to be a handoff. Gabalis goes deep, incomplete. Overshot everybody. It'll be 2nd and 10. Intended receiver there was Cody Jackson. 2nd and 10 with 9:20 to go. This is a handoff. This is Page. James Page tackled at the 34, a gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Texans as we've hit 9 minutes and counting to play. So the two teams ahead of Tarleton State in the FCS poll, North Dakota State and South Dakota State, both won today. So 1, 2, 3 should stay the same when the poll comes out. Gabalis overshoots everybody again, incomplete. It'll be 4th and 5. You're up 38-10 with 8.5 to go. Well, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, so we'll just move on. Tarleton State's going to punt here. West Georgia coming after this. They just got the punter. Fielded at the 23 and returned out to the 26-yard line. And I don't. Yeah, they're going to get it's running into the kicker. That will result in a 1st down for Tarleton State. That happened once earlier in the game where a kicker got run into. They did not throw a flag. They did this time. So it'll be a new set of downs here for Tarleton State with 8:29 to go. Now, I would think you would just want to keep it on the ground and keep that clock ticking down. And they do run it here with Page. Page with running room, and Page up to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down on an 11-yard pickup. There is a flag. Flag thrown around the 47-yard line. It's a hold against Tarleton State. So 1st and 20. Back at the 39. This is Page up the middle. Page picks up about 12 as he sneaks into West Georgia territory. Page starting to rack up the yardage here. Tarleton State going to click this play clock as far down as they can and not have to snap it. Or I wouldn't think you'd want to snap it until there's about 1 second on the play clock. 2nd and 8 from the 49 of West Georgia. Page again to the 41-yard line. Looks like it's going to be a yard short of a first down. And you pretty much know a run is coming with Page, and you're still unable to stop him before a gain of about 7. Tough kid. Third and 1. And it's Page, and he will have first down yardage to the 40. Tarleton State will not have to snap this football until the game clock goes under 6 minutes. It's Page again getting the carry, and Page up to the 33. He gained 7 more. Page now at 84 yards rushing. TJ Page, the third leading rusher for Tarleton State tonight. He's at 92. Second and 3 from the 33. And inside the 30 to the 27-yard line, this will be another first down for Tarleton State. Page has gotten every carry on this drive. This is 20th carry of the night. First down from the 27. Page breaking tackles. Page down to the 11. And he will crack the 100-yard rushing mark tonight as he picks up 16 more. And now he's coming to the sideline. They were wanting Page to get to that 100-yard mark, and he has done so. 106 yards now with that 15-yard gain right there. First down at the 11, under 4 minutes to go. And down to the 8-yard line. And now a late flag, as it looks like some frustration starting to come out on West Georgia here. That was Braylon Bridges that got that carry. So we'll see if the flag is here as the officials are getting together. Here's the call. It's a hold on Tarleton State. And then we have a personal foul on West Georgia. So those offset. So it's basically just a redo. And we do have a new quarterback into the game now for Tarleton State. It's Daniel Greek. He came in for a play in the first half, but now is going to finish out this remaining 3:45 at quarterback for the Texans. So 1st and 10 at the 11. Still 15 on the play clock. No reason whatsoever to snap this before you have to. Greek will hand off to Bridges. Bridges gets up to the 6-yard line. Gain of 5, bringing up 2nd down and 5. Clock will go under 3 minutes. This will be the last play Tarleton State has to run before the 2-minute timeout. Greek gives it once again to Bridges. Bridges into the end zone for a Tarleton State touchdown. Braylon Bridges from 7 yards out, and 6 more for the Texans. Larson on to add the extra point. Extra point by Larson up, and the kick is good. 45-10 Tarleton State with 2:33 to go in this one. 11 play, 71-yard drive, 6 minutes, 53 seconds off the clock. A Braylon Bridges 7-yard touchdown run to put the exclamation point on this one, as Tarleton State is 2 minutes, 33 seconds of game time away from moving to 8-0 on the season. And meanwhile, after a 5-0 start, this will be West Georgia's 3rd consecutive loss. As West Georgia will try and regroup and snap this 3-game losing streak next week, as they will host Central Arkansas back at home. Tarleton State will travel to Eastern Kentucky next week. And it'll be a touchback, and West Georgia will get it from the 25. Kentucky has tied up Texas 10-10. That game late in the fourth quarter. Iowa has come back to take the lead over Penn State. 25-24. Of course, Penn State, this is the first game without James Franklin as head coach. USC has taken the lead at Notre Dame, 24-21. Tennessee trying to rally against Alabama. That's now 23-13. First down here for West Georgia. New quarterback into the game for West Georgia as well. And the throw downfield is out of bounds, incomplete. New West Georgia quarterback into the game is Colton Fitzgerald, senior out of Santa Clara, California, transfer from Georgia Southern. There's a flag on the play. It's against Tarleton State. So first down for West Georgia following the Tarleton State penalty. Football at the 40. Fitzgerald down the field, and that is intercepted. There was only one person down there, and it was the defender. Interception made by Les Odemara, senior defensive back out of Houston. And that's going to put the exclamation point on this one, the 5th turnover of the night against West Georgia. I have no idea who that ball was intended for. There was not a soul downfield except the defensive back for Tarleton State. There had to have been some kind of miscommunication in that play. And Tarleton State, who has put up 459 yards of offense tonight, and has forced, the defense for Tarleton State has forced 5 turnovers. Carry on first down. And this will take us to the 2-minute timeout. (45-10) Tarleton State. 2 minutes remaining in this one. That was D'Angelo Rosemond getting into the game, getting that carry right there. 2 minutes remaining. Texans up 45-10. And we will probably see just 2 more running plays, if not the victory formation for Tarleton State. They've been in control from the outset tonight. Scored a quick touchdown in this game to lead 7-0. They led 24-0 at the half. 31-3 after 3, and now lead at 45-10. They have held West Georgia, the Tarleton State defense, to 219 total yards tonight. Probably going to run down most of the stats right now because at the end of this one, I'm probably going to close the live stream out pretty quick. Again, I will be back on my live stream tomorrow night on my YouTube and Kick pages. I'm going to be on for Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. Could be a closeout game, Mariners and Blue Jays. Mariners could be headed to the World Series for the first time in franchise history. Blue Jays will have to win both games at home if they want to advance to the World Series. They have not been since their back-to-back championships in 1992 and 1993. So I will be on my live stream for Game 6 tomorrow night, just after 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The first pitch, I'll be on about 5 minutes prior. And also we'll be on the live stream Monday night. If there's an ALCS Game 7, I will have that on the live stream on Monday night. If there is no Game 7 in the ALCS, I will have the Monday night NFL game between the Buccaneers and the Lions on my live stream here on Monday night. Both teams have been penalized 6 times tonight. Gabalis, the quarterback for Tarleton State, ends 13 for 24, passing the football 268 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the 1 interception. Found 6 different receivers tonight. Rosemond again getting the carry, breaking tackles, and there he goes. Rosemond down the field. Will he get in the end zone? He will not. He will be chased out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. D'Angelo Rosemond almost broke it. Almost broke it the distance. Still gets 65 yards. And that puts Tarleton State over 500 on the night. First and goal at the 3. And now it's just going to be victory formation out of the shotgun. They'll have to do that a couple more times. Widener, the quarterback for West Georgia, 11 of 23 passing, 118 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. 101 yards rushing for West Georgia tonight. Morrell, the leading rusher, 14 carries, 41 yards. TJ Lester, 8 carries, 36 yards. Running the football for Tarleton State, James Page, 21 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. TJ Page III rushed 13 times for 92 yards. Rosemond has 68 yards on 2 carries. 252 yards on the ground tonight for Tarleton State. 520 total, as they're going to lose a couple yards here on these kneel downs here. But all in all, phenomenal performance. And we saw exactly tonight why Tarleton State is ranked number 3 in FCS. This is a very, very good football team. One more kneel down, and that's going to do it. A victorious homecoming Saturday night for the Tarleton State Texans as they roll in this one over West Georgia, 45-10, the final score. Tarleton State moves to 8-0. They move to 4-0 in the UAC. West Georgia falls to 5-3 overall. They fall to 2-3 in UAC conference play. Again, West Georgia returns home next week to take on the Bears of Central Arkansas. Tarleton State takes their 8-0 record on the road to Eastern Kentucky to take on the Eastern Kentucky Colonels. Five turnovers forced by the Tarleton State defense tonight. And just an all-around great performance from this number 3 team in FCS in Tarleton State, who was a playoff participant a year ago out in the second round. They're thinking a lot deeper run this year. And it is very, very possible that this team could make a very deep run in the FCS playoffs this year. Tarleton State wins at 43-10. Going to close out the live stream right here. Again, my name is John. Sports Bonanza John on YouTube is my handle. If you do like my content, would really appreciate a like and subscribe. That would really, really help out. Also on Kick at Sports Kick John. I will be on once again on the live stream tomorrow night. Game 6 ALCS, Mariners and Blue Jays. Mariners looking to close it out and advance to the World Series for the first time in franchise history. Hope you can join me on the live stream for that tomorrow night, and I will be back on.